Hi, look. You looking for our Jason?
No, it was yours. I to have a word with.
All right. Well, there I am.
It's a bit embarrassing, really. Only I overheard something I wanted to ask you about.
Well, get on with it, love. Time's money when you're self-employed.
It was something you said about Mr. and Mrs. Farnham.
Me? Like what?
Like that Mrs. Farnham was pregnant. I overheard you talking to your Margie about it.
Oh, you mean the flowers in the car they found?
Did it say she was pregnant then?
How come you're so interested?
I just know someone who might have been interested in buying the house, that's all. And I thought if she was pregnant, they might decide not to move out.
Oh, right. Well, maybe your mate should start looking for a new property.
So, did the card really say she was pregnant then?
Well, it seemed pretty cut and dry to me. To my beautiful pregnant wife, it said.
Oh, right, well, that's pretty clear, I suppose. Sorry to have held you up. I'll tell my mate not to bother putting an offer in on the house.
Right, whatever. See ya.
See ya.
You don't look dressed for ringing your chamois out. You got somewhere to go?
Yeah, and I'm going down the spinal unit to visit Ben. Oh,
right. Taking his time getting well, eh?
Maybe if it does get well. Hey, I tell you what, mate, you better make that 2 fish cakes. Don't think I could face it on an empty stomach. Still, I won't know what he thinks of me unless I go and face up to him, will I?
Listen, mate, Mr. Darrow's my guy.
All right. So you're losing Mr. Corkill, eh?
Yeah, unfortunately. You know, you take ages training somebody up, and then they go off and get a proper job, like teaching.
Ungrateful so-and-so, eh?
Yeah. You haven't seen our Leo about, have you?
Not today, why?
Well, he was supposed to be helping me out in here, but he hasn't shown up again.
Is he letting you down regular?
Well, he's hardly Mr. Reliable, is he? Says he wants to chill out all summer with his mates.
Yeah. Well, at least he's got his head screwed on, right?
Well, he's here, he's hard work, though. Typical teenage, you know what I mean? Knows everything.
Except out to take orders, eh?
He's just not interested, mate. And you can't be like that when you're serving people, can you?
No, you can't. So what sort of stuff are you looking for then, part-time?
Part-time, full-time, whatever, mate. I don't care what colour, creed, size or shape. Just someone reliable.
You know, when I was growing up in the homes, I used to dream about working in the local chippy. Mad Wrigley's it was called. We used to get sent down there with a plate each and a bowl full on top, and she'd fill it with 6 penn'orth of chips and with fish, and we'd bomb back around before it got cold. I thought that must have been the greatest job in the world, working in that chippy. All the chips you can eat, including all the crispy bits. Look where I ended up, eh? Half crippled for years of doing the windows and all weathers.
Well, there's a job in here for you, know, if you want to make your childhood dreams come true.
What, me behind here?
Yeah, as long as you promise not to eat your way through all the profits. There you go.
I'll tell you what, if you're serious, I'll give it some thought. I don't think I can survive another winter on the windows anyway. Right, I better get down there.
All right, listen, tell Ben everyone there's still asking about him.
Yeah, well, see you later.
Hiya.
All right, what can I get?
Can I have 2 cans of Diet Cola, an orange and a lemonade, please? Just getting around in for the girls. They need cooling down a bit. It's baking in there.
Hey, I want to try working here. So, how's it going next door?
Oh, you know, hair today, hair tomorrow. It's pretty predictable.
There you go.
So, we shall cool them down a bit. Right. See ya.
See ya.
Sorry, were you about to say something?
Yeah, I just wondered if I'd given you the right change.
Yeah, 40 pence. Cheers.
See ya.
Oh, thanks for bringing these round.
It's no problem. Do you need me to bring anything else round?
No, I don't think so. I didn't think you'd get these done so quickly.
Well, I thought if I got them done, I might be able to slip away early. You know, if you didn't mind.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah. I just need to see Jackie about something and it'll take me a while to get there.
Well, I don't see why you can't slip away. We've got no appointments booked, have we?
No.
And the answer machine's on. I can pop back to the office and pick up any messages later.
Oh, that's great. Thanks.
Okay, see you on Monday.
Yeah, I wouldn't normally ask, you know, but it will mean a lot to Jackie.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Bye.
All right. Come in. Looks like you're struggling a bit there.
This is a good day. Should have seen me 2 weeks ago. Nearly slung this thing through the window. Grab a seat. I'll just finish this then I'll be with you.
I bought you Do you want a hand there at all?
I've got years ahead of me yet. When I want to put on a pair of socks every day. Are you gonna be there to help me for the rest of my life? Thanks for the offer though. If I want help I'll ask, okay?
Yeah.
Old man Dixon's been in again, then?
Jackie's dad, has he gone?
Yep, without paying again. Get rid of this, will you?
I'm paid to work behind you. Not tidy up for you.
It was only a suggestion, not an order. I'll do it if you like.
No. Go on, I'll do it.
I don't mind.
I'll do it. Mr. Dixon's been here all morning. He's only had one coffee, and every time I tried to hint, he just ignored me.
I didn't ignore you the other night. And you certainly didn't ignore me. Maybe we should try it again sometime.
Did you say you were going to clean this lot up?
For you, Rachel, anything.
It would get there.
I couldn't have done that.
You could. With time. Which isn't something I'm short of. You have me up to all kinds in here.
Your mum asked me to call by.
Yeah. Thought it was time we said hello. Thought you might want to see how well I was doing.
That's a good idea. So what's this place like then?
Not bad. Get the usual hospital moaning and wailing at night.
That's just the nurses, is it?
Keeps me awake a bit. Makes me realise how lucky I am. Knowing how tough it is in here for some of the others. It's hard to believe sometimes. I'm one of the better off ones.
Well, that's something at least.
There's a fella down the corridor. Got hit by a car. 2 12-year-olds driving it. He's wrecked. He's lost his right arm. His face is all caved in. And the rest of him's paralysed. What kind of a life's he gonna have, eh?
It's terrible. So you've need any idea when you're likely to be out of here?
3 weeks, month maybe. No one really knows. Take each day as it comes at the moment. Some days I make a bit of progress. Some days I feel like tearing my hair out because it seems like I'm getting nowhere. There's a few perks though. And I've got a cracking occupational therapist. She'd make anyone feel better.
She hasn't got your basket making, has she?
Go away, basket making. What century are you in? I go on day leave to college. Got me into all kinds, computers to law. It's like the start of retraining for me, really. Get me ready for when I'm out of here and back in the real world. Not gonna be fighting any more fires in my time.
So, you've seen the last of that then?
Can you imagine being stuck in a fire and seeing me crawling up the ladder to bail you out? Wouldn't inspire much confidence, would I? Nah. But if there's any chance of a desk job, long term, like, they'll do what they can for me.
And you all right with that now, yeah?
I haven't got much choice, have I? The more I talk it out with the psychologist here, the more I come to terms with it.
So, things aren't that bad after all then, eh?
No, not if you count never walking again as something to look forward to.
Oh, God, I'm sorry, Ben. I didn't mean for it to sound that things were going brilliant for you. It's just that, well, you know, you were so open and I just thought things were going
Things are
really well.
going okay. But not for the Ben I used to be. Things are going okay for the new Ben. The one who's crippled for life.
Marcus, you startled me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
What were you doing watching me like that anyway?
Can I be honest?
Well, What do you mean, honest?
I was watching you. The way you look. The way you move. And I was wishing that I had spent the last 18 years with you. Instead of behind bars.
If you're looking for Louise, she's out, I'm afraid.
I know. I was hoping to catch a moment with you.
I don't think it's wise, the two of us being here on our own together.
I know exactly what you mean. You've cut yourself.
I must have caught myself on a thorn.
You know why me and your mum have drifted apart, don't you, eh? And I can't blame her for thinking all that stuff she does about me. Well, I'm sitting here looking at you with your body half wrecked. And all because I let Ron Dicko have a stupid piece of hose pipe.
I'm gone, Sin. That's not why I'm like I am.
But you wouldn't be here if I hadn't have done that.
It's not just down to you, though. Ron played his part. He connected the stupid thing even when you told him not to.
Well, I should have known better in the first place. All I ended up with was a stupid broken ankle. I'm not paralysed from the waist down, am I? Neither's Ron Dixon, when you come to think of it. I don't even know how he can bear to talk to me. You've got every right to have me thrown out of here just for being hard-faced and come to see it in the first place.
Listen, before you get the sackcloth and ashes out, one of the things I've been through with the psychologist here is about coming to terms with who is to blame for what. And the mad thing is, I don't care anymore. Fair enough, yeah. You played your part. So did Ron. But the worst thing is, so did I. I was the trained fireman, right? I was the one stupid enough to go back in when I should have known better. I should have been straight down the phone box banging in 999, but I didn't. I couldn't. Not when I heard Jackie next door. I knew if it went up, she could have been killed. I did what I thought was right at the time. Same as you did when you gave the hose to Ron. Same as Ron did when he fitted it. This is a mad world, Sin. You make one mistake and a million things spin off from it. My mistake was not using my brains. Yours was trying to do a mate a favour. And Ron's was being hungry and wanting his can of beans.
I don't think I could get my head around it like you have.
I know how you must be feeling. Because I've been through it all a million times myself. The world turns, Sin. Things happen. And then you die. Or not. Depending on whether it's your time or not. And the good news out of all this is, it wasn't our time, was it? Or Ron's, or Kylie's. We're all still here. Still smiling. I said smiling.
All right. I'm sorry I took you by surprise back there.
Oh, don't worry about it, it's fine.
I wasn't expecting anyone to be around the back, otherwise I wouldn't have just blundered in like that.
Honestly, it's fine. Just forget about
I
it.
certainly will. That's one thing you learn in the building game. Customer confidentiality. We see all kinds. You can rest assured I won't go shouting my mouth off about what I've seen. I mean, anything you say on any other job. Right, I'll get back to it. See you later.
It's just so mad. I knew I had to tell you face to face.
Tell me what? Come on.
I hardly believe I'm saying this. I was in Barbruchi and I overheard something being said between Jason's mum and dad.
Oh, don't tell me lover boy Jason's got a secret wife and 9 kids somewhere.
Jackie, just listen, will ya? It's about Max and Susanna. Well, the bit that matters to you is about Susanna. Jason's dad reckons she's pregnant.
Susanna? Well, she can't be.
That's what he said.
Jason's dad? Well, what would he know about it?
Jackie, I wouldn't have come all the way here if I thought there was no truth in it. Everything I hear points towards Susanna really being pregnant, honestly.
There you go. Tell your mum I hope she gets better soon, yeah? Cheers, there. All right, back again.
Can I get a couple of more cans, please?
Fine by me. Are you washing your customer's hair in this next door?
No, I've got 2 young ones in going blonde. They have to sit for ages, so I thought this would stop them from dying of thirst.
All right. I thought most hair places only supplied tea and coffee, they're being cheaper.
Yeah, well, I make the exception on the odd occasion.
So you weren't looking for a reason to come and see me as well?
Now, why would I do that?
Will you tell me?
Well, I suppose now you mention it, something had crossed my mind. I thought that if I called in person, and if I was nice to you, there might be a chance that you'd invite me out again.
Oh, right. See, I thought there was no point. You know, I haven't had the knockback before. Then.
Oh, well, you never know your luck. Might be worth a try.
Hang on a minute, just so I don't make a fool of myself here. I mean, are you asking me to ask you out?
Well, I suppose if you pull it like that, yeah, I am.
There goes nothing, I suppose. Hey, Pauline, do you fancy going out for a drink one night after work?
5 o'clock suit ya?
What, tonight?
Yeah, well, not unless you've got other plans.
No, it's great. We could meet up next door.
It's great. That'll save rushing off, won't it? See you at 5 then. Bye.
I'll be there.
Hi. Am I allowed to say I'm sorry?
Not if it involves another attempt to touch me uninvited.
I didn't mean that to work out the way it did. I thought that there was something happening for both of us. I promise, I wouldn't want to overstep the mark with you. You mean too much for me to do that.
Look, I really think you ought to go, okay?
So, just go, yeah? And not come back?
You've heard all this before, Marcus. I really think it's time you took note of what's being said here.
It's meant a lot to me to be able to share some time with you again after being kept from you for so long. I didn't want to leave without letting you know how much I've grown to love you again. I guess I'd just hope that, given time, we could...
Marcus, please. Why don't you just do what Ollie asked you to do and get out of our lives?
Because Ollie means nothing to me. What Ollie says means nothing to me. What he thinks means nothing to me. Whether he lives or dies means nothing. The only person that means anything to me besides Louise is you. It's what you want that matters to me.
Marcus, just go. Please.
I know. You need a bit of time and headspace to sort things out. I won't be far away.
Hi. Mind if I join you?
So?
So, enjoying your break?
Yeah, I suppose. There's breaks go. Why? Shouldn't I be?
No, yeah, carry on.
I thought you were going to tell me off for a minute.
No, not at all. I just thought you might like a bit of my company, as it's quiet.
All right. Yeah, I don't mind.
I was just thinking, we haven't talked much since we spent the night together.
No. That's probably happy, right?
And we didn't talk much that night, did we? We were otherwise engaged.
True.
So, I was just wondering whether you fancy getting together again so we can not talk to each other.
Bruno. I thought we were just having a one-night stand.
Yeah, sure. But a one-night stand can lead to something a little more long-term, can't it?
It doesn't have to, though, does it? Let's just enjoy the memory, eh?
You all right, sir?
Yeah, all right, mate. I was just going to go in for the bevy, but I didn't fancy the small talk.
You get a hard time from Ben?
No, not at all. In fact, it was just the opposite. You put a few things in perspective for me. It's full of life, mate. And fight. Real fight. Not like me feeling sorry for myself. No wife. A job I can't do properly anymore. Nothing down for me.
We all have days when we feel like that, don't we?
Yeah, but not weeks, not months. No. I've got to do a Ben. You know? I've got to look at my life again. Set myself a few targets. And stop feeling sorry for myself.
Well, look, I can't help with the wife situation, but I'll take you on this chippy any day if you wanted to make a fresh start.
Hey, don't need you feeling sorry for me and all.
Look, son, I'm being serious. I know it's not the greatest job in the world, but I need somebody in there I can rely on, somebody I can trust.
You ready, Mick?
Just be a minute, Pauline.
Aye, I thought I could smell aftershave.
Well, I better shoot off, but listen, have a think about it. If you want it, the job's yours.
Well, I've thunk. And if you want me, you can have me.
Oh, nice one. Welcome aboard. Have to get you all trained up, only, not just now, eh?
Pleasure before business, eh?
I'll put one in for the other armies.
Cheers, mate.
Well, whatever the truth is, we can't just take Greg Shadwick's word on it. I mean, he could have his wires completely crossed for a start. This Cardi fella might not have anything to do with Susanna being pregnant.
There must be some connection now. It's not something he just invent out of nowhere.
Well, did he say if they still had the card lying around?
I don't know. I suppose it could be, or it could have just been bin by now.
If we could just get a look at that card, it'd be proof, wouldn't it? Or at least as close to proof as we're likely to get. Casey, what if the Farnhams are really having a baby of their own? What am I supposed to do with this?
Well, we can't just ask the Shadwick straight out, can we have a look at it? And that's going to seem dead suspicious.
Well, what about you having a word with Jason? If the card is still around somewhere, he could get hold of it for you to have a look at.
He's going to think I'm really weird going on about some card that's got nothing to do with me.
Oh, never mind that. You know he really fancies you. He'll do whatever you want him to do.
I don't know.
Oh, please, Casey. Work your magic on him for me. I've got to know what's going on one way or the other. I've got to find out if that card says Susanna's pregnant.
Well, all I can do is try my best. I'll have a go.
Now, why is Joey dancing cheek to cheek with a big burly janitor? Must be a guy thing. Friends, here on 4, next.